Disclaimer, if you are triggered by divination, astrology, tarot, and worldly discussions, this channel is not for you.
Hello guys, welcome back to my channel, Wisdom and Light here, and I am back with another celebrity tarot reading. So this reading is going to be on Miguel and his wife. This reading was highly requested. Unfortunately, they are going through a separation and a divorce, so I guess people wanted to know if they would be able to work it out and what are the messages that are coming in for them. Right now, I've been vibing with doing my readings in nature, so you guys are probably going to hear birds singing, leaves moving, trees, just nature doing what nature does best. And that's just been the vibe for me as of lately. So just a heads up, I apologize for any noises that do come through in this reading. So I just wanted to give a very quick reading and just offer positive messages, because going through divorce is never easy, and being that it's public knowledge and it's out there, we're just gonna see the energy and hopefully they both heal, whatever that means to them. So let's tap into Miguel. Normally I tap into the woman's perspective, but I want to tap into his perspective on how he feels about everything. I just heard there will always be love. I just heard that. There will always be love. And literally as I was shuffling my other deck from outside of the shot of the camera that you guys are seeing, this flew up. So when I heard that they had the divorce, when I heard that they were filing for divorce, I told myself, I'm not sure about this one, because normally I can feel when something is over energetically, and it doesn't feel like this is over per se. At least for him it isn't. For her, she feels that she's doing the right thing by separating herself, because she doesn't feel like things are going to get better or things are going to improve. So it's interesting how literally as I was shuffling, the wind blew and this card flew out. So we're just going to keep the King of Pentacles there, because there's a reason why that showed up like that. What is the energy surrounding Miguel? What are messages coming through for Miguel? We have power. Just saw 222. I don't feel like he wants to let her go. I don't feel like he wants to let this connection go. I don't feel like he's ready for this. I actually feel that it's saddening him. It's not something that he's excited about or happy for. We have the Four of Wands. Interesting enough, I feel that he wants to make it right, especially with the Four of Wands there. We have the Prince of Cups under the King of Cups. Okay. And then we have the Princess of Wands, which is actually her energy. So they're definitely both going in different directions. He wants to keep things as it is, right? But Princess of Cups, he wants to keep things the way it is and he wants to just make it right, while she wants to move forward because she feels like she doesn't have a choice. And her energy also feels like I haven't yet to live for myself or do for myself. My whole life has been around you. My whole life has been around your success. My whole life has been about, is Miguel okay? Did Miguel eat? Did Miguel sleep? Is he happy? So she feels like she has given a lot in the connection and the situation, but she wasn't getting what she needed in return. And that could be honesty, that could be loyalty, that could be a lot of things. And when you're an artist of any sort, or you have influence, and then you mix that with being a young man, I mean, you're asking for it. I mean, it's like it comes with the territory for them to kind of get distracted, to see other women or whatever. And that just has a lot to do with the industry and the world that we live in. People don't see marriages and union and say, oh my God, that's so sacred. Oh, I'm never going to disrespect. No, there are people out there that see marriage, or they see you in a happy relationship, and it is a fetish or a turn on for them to ruin that relationship. There are women that get off of ruining other people's relationships, just like there are men that get off of proving that he could steal a girl from somebody. So that's the world that we do live in. As much as there are beautiful parts of love and being in a happy relationship, it's a decision to make, to be loyal to one another and to keep everybody out. But temptation is a real emotion, and it has affected their union over the years. And I can honestly say that his wife, she has done a good job with overcoming a lot of challenges that she had to face. But I honestly feel like this separation is not just happening because he cheated. It's not so typical. It feels deeper than that. It feels like I have to find myself. I have to figure this out. I have to do what's best for me. I have to see the world. I have to know what I want. I have to know what is best for me. And stepping away is what's best for me. So I can see why his cards are very, I want to bring her back in. But she's actually the one that's taking flight. She's the one that's running away, because she's the one that feels like she has lost herself in this marriage, in this relationship that she's been in for a long time. And even in the past, I'm sure they've broken up, made up, break up. They've done all of those things. But I do see that she's the one that wants to step away, which is why he's fighting for it. And then you have the women outside of his marriage, outside of their union, that does try to step in, that tries to say, oh my God, I want to be with you, this, that, and the third. So it feels like this was also long overdue based on these cards, because it's like, you know what, we haven't been happy, or I haven't been happy. But in his cards, he wants to make it work. Okay. So, will Miguel and his wife get a divorce? And God bless the both of them, because it feels like they grew up together. It feels like they've known each other for a long time. But it feels like his success jumped in their relationship, and she did the best that she could to keep it together. She did the best that she could to show up for him. And he goes through a lot of emotional upheavals within his family. So it's almost like I was the only person that he could lean on. I was the only person that he could count on. But in the process of being there for him, I lost myself. That's what I'm hearing. So this is why it's hurting him, because he knows that she has given up a lot for him. And there were moments where he was very selfish. And even if he's not showing this emotion right now, because maybe he's just so angry, or he's hurt, or he's to himself that this is happening, I don't feel like that's the case. I feel a genuine sadness, but he loves her enough to see where life takes her. To be honest, if he made a deal with her that they could just separate and not get a divorce and see how she feels in a year or two, because he's willing to hold space to give her the time she needs to figure this out, because he doesn't necessarily want to let her go. These cards are very, if you love something, if you love someone, let them go and they'll come back. Just like the song from Mariah Carey, Butterfly, is one of my favorite songs from her. You guys should take the time to listen to it. And that's the vibe that I'm getting in this reading. Sometimes love is letting that person go. And if it's meant to be, they'll come back. If it's meant to be, it will come back full circle. But she has to find herself. She has to do what is best for her. She actually should consider traveling. I keep picking up spiritually, she would benefit from traveling. I keep hearing Bali, Indonesia for her. She should actually travel over there and stay there for a minute. Maybe 3 months. I heard the number 3. That would give her enough time to find herself. She would benefit from an eat, pray, love type of experience. And I know the world that we live in right now, where people feel like it's dangerous to travel alone, but you'd be surprised, a lot of people do travel alone, and she would benefit from doing that. And she's famous, but not famous enough to where she could walk. Like, she's famous, but she's the right amount of famous where not everybody knows her, but maybe a few people do. So she could really fly under the radar and have a beautiful experience without people snapping pictures of her. And I'm not saying she doesn't have that influence, because she does, but I'm getting a sense that she can actually go somewhere and get away with it. And she does love that. She does love her privacy. She would do very well with having that for herself. And even now, I'm picking up that there's someone that wants her attention. So this is Miguel, but there's someone here, the Prince of Cups, and he's under the King of Cups. So there's someone that wants to offer her that love and intimacy. There's someone that's saying, I can promise you loyalty. I can promise you me. And her vibe is, I know what you can promise, and I'm not doing anything until I figure this out. But it's not even about being with somebody new. This is about me. I don't even feel that she's trying to do a Sierra's prayer. I don't feel like she's trying to do that. She's been in a relationship. She's been down for someone for so long. And I don't feel like there's anything wrong that she wants to find herself and that she wants to do for herself and that she wants to be with herself. I don't feel like there's anything wrong with that. So how many of you are in relationships right now, marriages even, and you feel like you lost yourself or you've lost your way, and maybe so much has happened that was negative within the marriage. You've done everything you could to keep it together, maybe for the kids, but it's gotta be more than that, guys. And I feel like the hardest reality for a lot of people is realizing I'm just doing this because I'm scared of what my life will look like without you. So this reading is not about getting tea and oh my God, he's cheating. Because you know what? Yeah. Based on these cards, he did that. Based on what I'm feeling, he's regretful for it. Based on this energy, we know. We know the energy. So I don't need to break down the ins and outs and how disgusting or humiliating that. I don't need to do that. This message is bigger than that. This is about you made your dreams come true, Miguel. Like you made it happen for yourself. That's amazing. You did that. And you explored. You did what you felt that you had to do in those moments. You lived your life. You had those parties. You did that. What about her? She hasn't done that. She hasn't done that. And I say this with love and no disrespect, but I don't even know her name. I just know that she's beautiful. And when I see her, she has this calming energy. But I know her name, but it escapes me. So that is the point. That's the point. It doesn't matter if I don't know her name, but this is about her now. Y'all follow me? Does she know who she is? Does she know what she wants? Does she know what resonates with her? What doesn't? Because some of us are learning her name. Or some of us know her name, but it escapes us. Or we know her name, or we know who she is. Fine, but that energy of I don't know, or that energy of it's slipping my mind, or oh, I forgot about you. She doesn't want to be forgotten, but it doesn't matter if we don't know her. It's like about, do you know you? Are you good with you? Do you know you? Do you know yourself in this exchange? And if you remove yourself from him, will you discover who you are? And that's the question. Will you discover who you are if you separate yourself? And only she knows the answer to that. And that's what she needs to do. So if you love someone and they're saying, I don't feel happy, let them find themselves. Because you would think that loving because mind you, Miguel is a Scorpio, I believe. Scorpios, I say this with love, by the way, because I am currently on planet Scorpio because most of my cousins and my family members are Scorpio. My mother is a Scorpio. So they've been up under me, and when a Scorpio loves you, they want to be a part of your soul. They want to be up under you. That's just how intensely they love someone, right? And what if he intensely loved her so much, in a sense of I'm not letting you go, kind of possessive in a bit, to where now she's used to that. She's used to that deepness that he has, and there's nothing wrong with that Scorpio deepness, but maybe the person could feel consumed by that. And now they're lost in it. And that is the depth of Scorpio. Scorpio does that. You get lost in the sauce when you deal with them. So if you are with a Scorpio, you need to have that balance, or you need to be just as deep. So Pisces tend to do very well with Scorpio because they both share that same deepness. But let's say you're a Taurus, or you're a Capricorn, or you're a Virgo, you're an earth sign. You're deep, but it's in a different way. And it's a beautiful union still, but I genuinely feel that the connection here was so deep that in a way she was drowning and she didn't realize it. And that is what Scorpio does. It can be a beautiful thing, and it is a beautiful thing, but it can be consuming if you don't know who you are, or what you like, or what you stand for. And I feel like she has to remove herself from this so she can just breathe. It's kind of like being in deep water for so long and you've learned to float on deep water, but now you're on the shore And right now she should just enjoy playing in the sand. Miguel is those deep waters. She should enjoy playing in the sand, making a sand castle, feeling the water rush up her feet. That's what she needs to be doing. Ooh, the wind is blowing as I said that, so that is confirmation. That's confirmation. Now, will they get back together? Actually, let me use tarot. I'm getting tarot from the other side. Put this over here. Will they get back together? 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 The Four of Cups reverse. Will they get back together? The Four of Cups reverse. Will they get back together? The Three of Cups. The Four of Swords. The Empress. The Eight of Wands. He's having a hard time letting her go. I do sense that this connection will end on paper, right? But it doesn't feel like it's ending altogether because he doesn't want to let her go. And spiritually, he's going to go through something that's going to make him call her in the middle of the night or check in on her. She's always been that comfort for him, that rock for him when he gets too deep. So he's actually taking this hard, and I don't feel like he wants to let her go. But he will if it's necessary. And when he does that, she blossoms and becomes more beautiful than she is now. And I'm talking about in spirit. He doesn't want to let her go. He doesn't want to let her go. They share a lot of passion together. I know these cards are all laid out a mess, but bear with me. So they're separated, but the divorce is not going to get finalized. So Miguel is going to continue to hold space in hopes that this can resolve itself. As for her, and he's going to continue to make the effort, especially with the back of the deck energy right here. He's going to continue to make the effort to keep her. He doesn't want to let her go. And sometimes it takes for you to lose someone to realize just how much they matter to be in your life. Even if it's not in a relationship, it can just be best friends. Like, you just can't not experience life without them. And I feel like that's where he's at. But he's not ready to let her go. And this is not excusing what he has done or what has happened or what she's done. It doesn't excuse anything. I'm just looking more at the love of it, and I'm not looking at the chaos because we know it's there. We know we know there's other people. I saw it. It's all here. But I'm looking at the love, and I'm looking at where do they stand, and is the foundation broken? For her it is, and she's going to work hard to repair herself. But for him, the foundation is broken because he's broken without her. So technically, the both of them need to spend time apart, the separation card, to find themselves again, reconciliation. I don't... So I'm going to say this. The divorce is not happening anytime soon, but the separation is, and it's going to give them time to figure it out, and he is going to fight for her. Okay, guys? So it's up to her. And God bless her. She should take this time to fall in love with herself and just be with herself. She is a Virgo, I believe, and Virgos love their solitude. So that's what she needs right now. Anyways, I love you guys. Thank you guys so much for sitting with me during this love reading. I'm going to knock out all of the couples readings that you guys had highly requested. This reading was highly requested. That's why we're doing it. But that's all I got. I really love you guys, and please be safe. Mwah. Bye.